April 17th. Fun fact, I was actually supposed to get married a year ago today, but we had to postpone our wedding due to COVID. We had to postpone like a week, or not a week, but like 3 weeks before the wedding. So yeah, that's today's fun fact. Workout today. Got the longest workout yet. 4.5 hour workout. So it is 3-hour bike. I'm actually gonna bike outdoors today. It's a little chilly, but got a few layers on. So 3-hour bike there. Come home, transition to running shoes, and 1.5 hour run immediately after. So gonna be a long one. Got all my fuel, bars and drinks ready to go. Had a big bowl of oatmeal for breakfast, so ready to go. Get the ride started here shortly. And also let's look at Whoop. The Saturday recoveries have been pretty good, so yeah, 83% recovery today, so feeling good. Rested yesterday, and then Thursday was a really light bike day. Didn't even register as a strain on the Whoop. We biked on Thursday, so feeling good, ready to attack the workout today. You know, last 2 weeks the bike has been kind of hit or miss, same with the run, so the goal is just consistency today. You know, last week bike was just not that great, got saddle sore, but that's partially due to biking indoors. The bike doesn't move as much, so it tends to put a little more pressure when you're riding. The run last week was great, so hopefully I can replicate that again and put in an additional mile on the run today. One other thing, this shirt I've got on today, the Bike Mo shirt, it's available out on our site, teespring.com/stores/moreps. You can find the link down in the description. You can find the link in our bio on Instagram as well. Appreciate the support. It means a lot to us. We put a lot of effort into the designs and you know, sharing those with you guys. So hopefully you guys appreciate it and go out there and bike mo. All right, so here's all my race, or I guess workout. So here's all the workout nutrition I have. Got some RX bars, some Laura bars, just because they're simple, taste good. And I'm trying out some different gels. Just got your kind of regular goo gels that have a little bit of caffeine in them. And then these Huma, I think that's how you say it, Huma gels. And then got my G1M Sport from BPN. It's a carbohydrate mix, so you got 20 grams of carbs, 350 milligrams of sodium. So I'll have 2 of those on the bike. One is like it's 1.5 scoops total. But yeah, that's the nutrition that I'll be consuming today during the run and bike portion of the workout. Halfway point, about 23 miles in. Katy Trail is a little bit slower than obviously on the road. It's gravel, but still putting down just consistent power, trying to stay nice and steady, have a little snack, and then turn around here shortly and head back home for the 1.5 hour run. So still a lot more to go, but feeling good so far. All right, good morning. Sunday, April 18th. So workout yesterday was the longest workout I've had in training. I think I have one more workout that will be just slightly longer. So 4.5 hour workout yesterday. 3-hour bike, covered about 45 miles. Most of it was on the Katy Trail, so it was a little bit slower than being on the road. But overall, felt pretty consistent throughout the ride. Transition to hour-and-a-half run. That went pretty good for the most part. Few difficult spots in there. Usually the first like 3 miles or so are kind of rough, and then that's when I get into a rhythm. And held a 10:30 pace for the entire run. It was 8.5 miles, so happy with how that went, how I felt just consistent throughout the run. So let's look at some of my run stats and bike stats from yesterday. Whoop, had it at a 20.2 strain, which is like probably my 3rd or 4th highest I've ever had. Average heart rate 144, max of 168. Let's see, and that was on an 83% recovery, so was feeling pretty good, fueled right. So I'm glad I've kind of figured that out. Look at my Garmin. So yeah, 3 hours 10 minutes yesterday, 46.79 miles. Like I said, 60, maybe 70% of that was on a gravel trail. So like I put down consistent power on that. And then the hour-and-a-half run, 10:32 minute per mile pace, 8.56 miles. Started off at about a 9:30 pace, slowed in certain parts to like an 11:15 pace when I would walk for a few moments to either take a gel or just kind of regroup and then get back into my normal pace running. But overall, 10:30 pace, felt like I could have held that for even longer, which is a good feeling. It didn't feel like it was, total max, effort. I felt like it could have sustained that for longer. So that's a good feeling that training is coming along and it's really paying off. And one of the things I think about a lot is like, there was 4.5 hours like by myself, no training partner, just on my own. Like, people talk about like motivation, like what motivates you to work out or whatever. You see something motivational on Instagram or social media or whatever, and like that kind of shit just does not work for me. Like, I'll see a motivational, post or whatever, and it's like, cool, like good for that person. That kind of stuff stays with me for about 5 minutes, and I don't think about that kind of stuff when I'm out there putting in these miles. I can't rely on a motivational post. I can't, look at social media in the morning and be like, oh, that's my motivation for the day. Like, motivation to me doesn't exist. There's a difference between like being driven and motivation. Like, I feel like I'm driven. I set an expectation for myself, and what drives me is failure to meet that expectation. I'm not competitive with other people. I don't care what other people are out there doing, generally speaking. Occasionally it will get in my head like, oh, what is someone else doing? Like, why are they more fit than me? But I'm generally pretty good at tuning that out and not buying into that kind of stuff. So if you're someone that struggles with like pushing yourself or making yourself just take that first step, don't look to these motivational posts and these motivational people and these influencers. Like, you need to look at yourself and figure out why you're doing something. You can't do it for anyone else. If your motivation is, oh, I want to beat that person, I want to be better than them, I want to, whatever it may be, or I want to lose weight for my girlfriend or my wife or my husband or whatever. No, that you're gonna fail. It's just simple as that. Because when it gets really hard, and you're out there just grinding away at whatever you're doing, you're gonna quit, because that motivation of that other person, they're not there. And you're not always gonna have someone cheering you on. And finding something within yourself, you're doing it for you, and you're the one that has to live with the, you know, results and the effort that you put in. That's ultimately what will make you a better person, a better athlete, a better whatever, is when you make it about yourself. And yeah, it's selfish at times, but if you really want to get to your goals, and just whatever it may be, you got to make it about you. And you can't sit there and constantly think about what other people are doing, because guess what? They're not thinking about you. They don't care what you're doing. They might think about it occasionally. Your motivation, whatever, you need to be driven from the inside, and not have some external factor of, oh, that was like, wow, I can't believe they did that. Like, I want to do that. Like, that's cool. You can think that initially, but that's going to last for about 5 minutes. And then you know, say it lasts longer. That's great. You know, what happens when you're out there for 2 hours and it really starts to suck and you're like, why am I doing this? This isn't fun anymore. This isn't glamorous. Like, you need to remind yourself, oh yeah, I'm doing it for me. Like, when it's all said and done, I want to be proud of my effort. And I think that's the ultimate motivation, the ultimate drive, is being proud of yourself, because you'll always have that. And I think that's just something I've developed. It's taken me years to get there, but over time it's just been about me and what I can prove to myself. That's first and foremost.